Corporate recruiter here to review your resumes. The resume we have up first is a software engineer intern. And I just want to let everybody know I do more than tech, but tech right now is terrible. So most of the resumes that are sent to me are tech. So what we need for a software engineer is pretty basic. We need this for every intern. If you're any intern, you need to do this. Doesn't matter if you're an accountant, software engineer, data analyst. I need your degree. I need the ability to work well with others, the ability to take direction and criticism. Those need to be in your resume. And I need a basic knowledge of, and whatever is basically the industry you're in. So basically a knowledge of the industry. For a intern for Python, that would be Python, probably Docker, Fast API, SQL, Cloud, RESTful APIs, and maybe a smidge of AI. Just a little bit, not a lot. People just like slam 1,000 bits of AI on there, and we want a little teeny bit. So recruiters only have 20 seconds to find what we need. And I don't know how good or bad this resume is because they did not tell me the ratio. A ratio is how many applications it takes to get an interview. That's how you tell how good or bad your resume is. If it's getting 1 in 50, you're solid. Most people, when they finish doing my advice, they get a 1 in 4 to a 1 in 7. So that means for every 7 applications they send, they get 1 interview. That is what happens when you follow my advice. Unless you're international, then it's like 1 in 30 to 1 in 100, just because it's way tougher for international. So 20 seconds on the clock. If I can find it there, it's good. If not, it's bad. And start. Okay, degree, good. Responsible for AI features. Okay, pipeline team members on tickets. That's actually pretty solid. Work with 2 other teams to connect Python, Node.js, Go Microservices. Okay, not bad. Mentored by senior architect. Okay, that's actually not bad. This probably gets some stuff. Concept. Okay, yeah, this would actually move forward for a bunch of them. There's stuff you can do to fix it, but I actually think this passes. Let me read what they wrote. I'm a junior now and was able to find some internships before by networking, but I barely get any interviews. Before following your advice, I used to have a 1 in 50, but I have not applied with the new one. I'm applying to internships where I actually want to go and would move. Okay, so you're relocating. So that is something that is a problem. So you never, ever, 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 ever want to show that you're relocating. Never. This right here, bad. That's a red flag. So what you want to do instead, and this is my formatting, this is what you want to use, is right under here, right? Make one space, and under there say, moving to X by Y date, can move earlier if needed. That shows that you're serious about moving, because if you do not show that, the hiring team will think you're not serious, and they will reject you out of pocket. So that is what you need to do. And then here, minor issues. We have a LinkedIn, U.S. citizen. Yeah. I don't say home location. Just put U.S. citizen and then say moving to X by Y date, and then again put it here. That alone will help you and stop you from getting rejected. Then onto education. You could just fit this here so it's one line, but the rest of this is actually relatively solid because I have most of what I need, right? So I have prototyping AI feature. Actually, here's the thing I did want. This should be your first. These bullet points need to be swapped. The second bullet point is a better first one. Worked across 2 other teams to connect Python, RESTful API, and SQL databases to Node.js and Go Microservices for first production version of company software is fantastic. It should be your first sentence. It gives them a description. Second, responsible for prototyping AI features, setting up DevOps pipelines, collaborating with team members on tickets during agile Scrum sprints for medical regulation. Perfection. The only thing I don't want in, and this is so minor, it's really not going to matter that much, is don't put the little slashes, right? Don't put slashes in between. Put commas. So it should be Agile, comma, Scrum sprints, or Agile and Scrum sprints. Either one. But otherwise, that is fantastic. Mentored by senior architect to do this. I want you to add something that just shows like, that just says mentored by senior architect, where they would criticize, like give me feedback to implement for our next meeting. For Docker, GitHub, CI/CD, and Azure, that stuff. That's how you want to do it. And then this, I don't think this is relevant. This can be deleted. Developed ML flows. You already kind of, the ML needs to say machine learning first, but then that otherwise is fine. And alone with your first bullet point, you can get one. So yeah, good resume. Actually good. We have a success. that is probably going to be the title of this, an actual successful resume. You just had one or two problems, which was the open to reload, which again, giant red flag. So as soon as you fix that and you just change up these bullet points by that, you should have enough. And this is fantastic. So good job. Overall, good job. You want your internship resumes to look like this. Shows that you can work well with others. I need a little bit more on direction and criticism, but you still at least are very close, and it'll take you like 5 minutes to fix it. So that's all I can do for this resume. Again, good. I would pass this. If anybody ever needs any more help, feel free to submit your resumes, and you can always join me on my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. That is where I get these. That is where I review these live, and I just want to thank you all for watching and commenting and liking, subscribing, and sharing it. I am a small creator, and that really does help me out a lot. And thank you again to my members. They get access to videos a little bit early. You can join below. Thank you for supporting me. I really do appreciate it. So thank you. And let's go to the next resume. This is a GPU engineer. And if you notice, there's nothing here. The reason for that is this is not a job title. I know what you're about to say, but this person stated they are looking for a GPU engineer or a CUDA, C-U-D-A, kernel engineer. And the problem is I could not find those. I found 30 jobs that had those titles, but that's not enough. You need, at a minimum, about 100 to 150 jobs that have the title that you're looking for. So this is not a title that you can search for. Because this could be an R&D engineer, this could be a systems infrastructure engineer, this could be 1,000 different other, well, not 1,000, it could be a bunch of other jobs, and the problem is if I cannot find it, I cannot search for it. So, formatting-wise, this looks fine. My only issue is this right here needs to be 3 bullet points, so your goal should be 3 lines max. Right? No more than 3 lines, so don't make it 4 lines. This is too big. And the rest of this formatting looks okay. There's too big of a gap between this and this, but that's not huge. So let me read what it said. Just started to apply for kernel and GPU CUDA engineers. Those are no roles. So when you submit to me, and I understand there's not much I can do here, is I need to be able to find these roles. If I cannot find these, I cannot give you these. And if I cannot give you these, I cannot give you the help you need. So I want you to go back to the drawing board and find out what this role is actually called that you're looking for. Because, again, this is not what the market calls it. You may think it's a GPU or CUDA engineer, but this was giving me 1,000 different things, and I was searching for it for about 5-10 minutes. Couldn't find more than 1 or 2 jobs that had this title, and that means that is not what the market calls it, and you need to be able to find what the market calls it. Next resume. This is a data engineer. So what we need for a data engineer is Python, ETL or ELT, SQL, cloud, data. So data models, data lakes, data whatever. As long as it has the word data in front of it, it counts. Snow, any of those work. Snowflake, snowpipe, snowsite, snowstorm. I'm sure there's more. If it has snow, you're good. The ability to manage and communicate data plans to non-technical people. This is critical. Again, you need to tell Belong Husk that, hey, just letting you know, based on the data that we have, if you do this, our servers will explode. And you have to tell me that you can not just communicate to them that by them doing this, it will explode, but also that it's a bad idea. You need to influence them. Then I need to see that you meet multiple deadlines. I need to see that you have DevOps. I need to see that you have big data. Honestly, you could probably get away with not showing big data. That was in like half of the jobs that I found. So I'm in between of putting that in a bonus, but I'm just leaving it here. And then I need to see your industry, SDLC, etc. So like whatever industry you're in, SaaS, whatever. And a bonus for MS Office and AI. I think I actually found more jobs that were data engineers that required MS Office than I did that required AI. So, but you should have a teeny bit of both of those. So 20 seconds on the clock. This is a 75-to-1 ratio. So I'm assuming there are some things that are salvageable, but overall it's not going to work. So let's go. All right. This does not count. Developed an ETL pipeline, API, transform Postgres database. Okay. This is written poorly, but it actually does have what I need. As a data engineer, don't write it like that. That part is okay. ETL vision, HubSpot, design data models for the company analytics. Nothing, and time. They did not leave me a note, but there were actual things that I saw here. So first off, again, never, ever, ever, ever have a summary section. Summary sections do not count. If you put a summary section in, the only times you ever want to do that is if you are relocating, if you are explaining a visa, or alternatively, you are switching industries. And I don't mean just starting industries. I mean switching from a data engineer to a world-renowned baker. Then we go down here, and you wrote this actually mostly correct, but I need it to look like this. Please format it like this. But the bullet points are not actually bad. I don't need this. This one is irrelevant. Whoop, too much, went too far. This one is irrelevant. Engineer to containerized, Docker. Again, that one is also irrelevant. Most of these are irrelevant, but the first one is written correctly. So, I also don't know why you have that, because you have a data engineer below that. Why would you lead with your projects? Like, the only time you need to care about a gap, oh no, this is over 2 years. Yeah, I'm struggling to understand why this is here. Because you need more than just this. So again, stop putting these lines everywhere. It makes it harder to read. The harder it is to read your resume, the less farther down I can go in the time I have required. So then we do here, and your first sentence is mostly okay. I just need more, right? Build all stages of ETL pipelines for 6 different billing systems. HubSpot and reference tables is fine. I just need more, right? Like I need more. In fact, let's find out if we can find what we need. So Python, where is Python? We do not see Python anywhere that is relevant to what we need. So that is something that you are missing. Where is ETL? That's in the project. Ideally, I would like it here. There it is. Good. So that's good. We can take that down. And then SQL, I definitely found like 3 times, so that's good. So SQL is good. Where is cloud? I don't see any cloud. Data models, data pipelines, that counts. That counts. Snow, I don't think I saw anything. Oop, wrong button. That's the wrong way to do it. I don't think I saw anything with snow, did I? No. So snow you don't have. I don't see that you communicate those plans. Do we have DevOps? No, we don't have DevOps. Do we have Kafka or Spark or Big Data? No. Or Hadoop? No. So yeah, like my big problem is just I'm missing this stuff, and you filled it with a ton of hot dogs, right? Like this is a resume that filled too many things with hot dogs. Like none of this is really that relevant. Nor is data models is fine. This isn't relevant. This isn't relevant. SQL is fine, but this I don't care about. Right? And then this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This could. So you just wasted all the time in your resume. Like that's the big thing here is I need you to be specific, and if it's not related to this, it really doesn't matter. And you're still missing all of this stuff. Like this is what your resume actually looks like, and this is not enough to move you forward because I need 75% of this, and I only found like 20 or 30. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a software developer co-op. So what we need for a software developer co-op and an intern is basically the exact same. The only difference is I need just a little bit more of the tech. That's it. That's it. That's seriously the only difference. So this person's resume, is it good or bad? We do not know. Let's see. They're international looking for a job in Canada. Okay, so 20 seconds on the clock. And can we find what we need in 20 seconds? I don't know yet. We'll find out. So let's go. All right, nothing here matters. Let's see. Develop a full stack MERN using SQL endpoints. It's actually not terrible. Don't care. Achieved a code coverage. No, don't care. The API is good. Don't care. You already mentioned this. And yeah, declined. So yeah, there's just so much stuff here that is just not relevant to what I'm looking for. You gave me so many hot dogs and no hamburger. So first off, skill sections don't count. This entire section needs to be deleted. It does not count. It does not help you. All it does is hurt you. This is gone. All right, skill section, go away. Second, when we get down here, you did not tell me what you did. This does not count. You cannot put it here. You have to put it in the bullet points. Developed a full stack. You need to tell me JavaScript, HTML, CSS. You cannot just say full stack MERN. You need to tell me what that is. Not everybody knows what MERN is. Using 17, I don't care about the number, endpoints as measured by, who cares? Nobody cares that it's measured. That's not what we're looking for. And then the rest of this is not relevant. So again, you barely told me anything about this job. Then 80% code coverage, don't care. What this is irrelevant. Integrating a GitHub action pipeline for automated tests on every push is relevant, but the rest of this is not. So you already see you have wasted so much time on this for stuff that is not relevant to what we're looking for. We stop trying to impress people. No one will be impressed. You are an intern. It is okay. Your job is to learn. Same with a co-op. And then nothing here matters because you already mentioned GitHub. So again, the second sentence doesn't count. And then we go down to here, and nothing here matters. Yeah, you fill this with stuff that is irrelevant. Like, how do you work well with others? You do not show me. How do you take direction criticism? I don't know. You did not show me. How do you have a basic knowledge of the tech stack? I don't know. You didn't show me. You did a bunch of this weird improved query performance by 3.19 as quantified by execution time dropping from 9.7. Nobody hires based on that. Not a single job description has ever in its history said you need to have improved analytical query performance by 3.19 as quantified by execution time. If you do not have execution time from 9.74 to 3.0, you should not apply. Not a single job description in the history of job description has ever stated that. Just tell me used TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS in a group of 3 where we gave each other criticism before implementing it every week. That alone would get you interviews. This is garbage. This is nonsense. None of this matters. You have filled almost your entire resume with meaningless numbers and percentages that nobody could care about or understand, and that is why you're failing. And I'm not trying to say that to be mean. I'm just saying, like, that is the problem. So let's go to the next resume. Also, fix your formatting. This is another intern. So, software engineer intern, same as the last. Wait, is it software or data analyst? No, software engineer. Okay, cool. So, same as the last one, 20 seconds on the clock. I don't need to tell you what it is again. You should all know. So, 20 seconds and go. Formatting is terrible. Oh gosh. Architected the, scaled the O-line for the... okay, nothing here is related. I don't care about this. Reduced API latency. Don't care. Not related is not related. CAD pipelines, Jenkins, don't care about. GitHub I2. And time. That is all I got. This is, never format your resume like this. Your resume should look like this. This is why you don't bold everything, is bolding makes it so much harder to read. So stop bolding everything here. It makes it so much harder. On to how to actually fix this is probably delete this and start again, maybe, because there's like nothing here that is actually related to being a software engineer intern. You filled it with Relic and Humio. There it is, AWS. I actually missed AWS, which is something I am looking for because you buried it under other stuff that is irrelevant. This is something that is good, that I can move you forward for, and I missed it because you filled it with 100K requests developed by Services Aurora and HPE Green Lake SaaS platform for user personalization. Stop doing that. All right. I am in grad school looking for engineering internships aligned to back end. I would not be able to tell from this resume. The only interviews I have gotten are through networking, but none by submitting my resume online. I feel there's something problematic with my resume. Yes, it is bad. It is a bad resume. You tell me absolutely nothing about what I want to see. You have given me only hot dogs and no hamburgers, which I really hope I said in the beginning of this episode. Otherwise, that will not make sense. But this is filled to the brim with hot dogs. I have no hamburgers. How do you do not show me how you can work well together with others. You do not show me that you can take direction and criticism. You do not show me that you can use a basic tech stack. That is it. I'm looking for the basics. I'm not looking for the advanced. I'm looking for the basics. I don't see Python or Java or C Sharp or .NET. I actually don't even know what backend language you're going for. You did not tell me. You've applied to nearly 100 postings online, but with little success. Yes, because this is bad. I don't actually know what you do. None of this is related. Again, microservice is actually nice, so I'm going to keep that one. But everything here doesn't matter except for maybe microservices. Like what backend language? What backend language is it? Is it Python? Did I miss Python? No, the first time Python shows up is all the way down here. What about Java? Maybe you're a Java developer. Nope, no Java anywhere in your resume except at the very bottom of the skill section, which does not count. What about .NET? No, .NET. Probably not C#. Yeah, you don't mention anything. You don't mention anything you have. I cannot tell what you do. I do not see that you meet the basic bare minimum qualifications of the basic tech stack, a language, a library, and SQL. I did find SQL. SQL was there, but I actually almost missed it. So that is the problem you're having, is you don't show me that you're qualified. Because these are the qualified. It's not what I highlighted in red. Architected a user personalization and 200K request is not qualifications. That's not related. Log replicates with conflict and truncated, delivering commuted operations through event-driven. That's not a qualification. That's irrelevant. Implemented RAFs, leader heartbeats, vote management in Go to maintain reliable coordination is not qualification. So I need you to go back and delete all of this. Delete it, because none of this is your qualification. This does not show you that you're qualified. And that's all that we're looking for. That is the true secret that nobody wants you to know, is you just don't put the stuff we need. You're giving us hot dogs and I need hamburgers. All this stuff is tangentially related to what we're actually asking. So that's all I can do for this resume, and that's all I can do for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, and sharing it to your friends and family. And I want to thank my members as well for, being members and supporting me. As a small channel, it means a lot. And if you ever wanted to join and be a member, the link is below. You get access to videos a little bit early. And if you ever need more help, you can join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. And I will see you all in the next video.